How's it going, you lot? And welcome back to another little video with me, your authentic Cockney. Now, as I've mentioned in a previous video, here in the UK, I run a flooring business and we operate throughout the whole of Great Britain. And what we do is we go around the clients' properties and we show them these beautiful sample books of different types of flooring that we've got available. And they make a selection, they make a purchase, and we go back at a future date and fit it for them throughout the whole property. As you can see, there's a variety of lovely colours, designs, and obviously you get these lovely scratching and brushing sounds from the samples in these books. So I'm going to take you through slow and steady and meticulously. So let's get started. So let's begin with this book here. This is IVC Commercial, and the designs in this book are Creative Spark and Expansion Point, with the company that made these called Beyond the Flooring. And as you can see, this is a lovely, slick and sleek book. Very professional looking, perfect to show to clients. So let's take a look inside. Just to begin with, this is not a real image, it's AI or computerized. Just an exaggerated example of the colours that are available. Obviously, it wouldn't be fitted like that. That would look a bit crazy. But it just gives you an idea of colour that is available with these books. Let's delve in a little bit deeper. So, let's begin part of our intervention, and we've got various different colours here, and some of them are lovely. Now, with offices, with carpet tiles, people would normally go a bit more neutral, like a grey or a charcoal. These colours here, like the purples and the yellow and the orange, might be more of the theme if they're looking for that. Now, the design of these tiles on this particular part of the book are called Creative Spark, and each colour doesn't actually have its own individual name. They're done by number. For example, this top left here, 969, and this one is 989. But as you can see, they're varying colours. You've got here more of a lighter grey coming into a charcoal, slightly lighter in between this one here, and then back to a slightly more lighter one. We've got a variation here coming to a bit of a bluish colour maybe, and this one maybe a bit of a sandy grey coming into more of a lighter bluish, and now we're exaggerating more of the blue here, creamy type colour coming into more of a sky blue, and then here nice close to a royal blue colour. And then you've got your greens, more of a grass green colour, got a deep purple, a lighter green. This might be considered as like a jungle green. It's like burgundy colour, orange, more of a darker orange colour, into a slight red, yellow, desert-ish type colour, and then a more of a lighter purple into pinkish. So let's look just over the other end of this book. And on some part of this book, we've still got Creative Spark. This is more of a pinky colour. It's more of a mud, darker cream, maybe more of a lighter brown, and this is somewhere in between those two there. This, like a dirty brown maybe, and then we're coming to really sort of dark soil brown type colours. This one here being pretty much black, and then a dark blue, a navy dark blue. Now, as we move over this way, we can see that this is the expansion point designs. And the difference with these is that each strip is a slightly different colour to give it a two-tone effect on each. Orange, red, purple. Different tones of grey. A desert-ish type colour. Coming into a darker grey with different tones of blue. You got your green here. And then you got some slight brown mixed into a charcoal, and in here we're going very dark. Charcoal colour here. So that, guys, is your IVC commercial. We do fit a lot of that. It's a very popular brand. And as you can see, like I said, the book is very professional. Next, we have Latour, made by Gerflor. And again, a bit of an exaggerated example of what the flooring might look like here. Wouldn't normally fit that, but under request we can. Let's take a look inside, shall we? Some bigger samples in this book. Get a bit of a bigger idea. And in this particular book we do have names. Stanton, Ravenstone, Glandford, Arthorne, Howden, Dovedale, Cairngorm, and here we got a bigger version of Ravenstone, Morden, and a bigger version here of Stanton. Just so you can get some contrast and idea of size. Let's swap it up further. Coniston, Langdale, Scuffell, Glenavon, Wandsdyke, Cheviot, not particularly sure how that's pronounced. Torridon, and again, Morden, Alston, Stanage, and Staffin. All lovely variations of colours here as well, as you can see. What's your favourite? If you could choose one, if you had a property, what one would you go for? Now, let's let's take a look and listen of how these particular two books sound. Moving on to the next smaller sample here. This is Skyline, and again we don't have any particular names, just the colours, the blue, the more desert colour, two types of grey, charcoal, more into a black there. It's like two tones on these. Bit of a charcoal, darker grey, coming into more of a blacky charcoal there. Bit of a mixture on them too. This is a popular one as well. We sell a lot of this. And just on the back there, a little bit of information for you. Some technicalities. It's a loop pile. And it's made of 100% polypropylene, which is a type of plastic. So let's hear how that sounds. So next up we've got Supacord. This is by Heckman White, and you got a big H here on the front. These lot have been in business 50 years, mate. And as you can see, proper nice, slick design again on the book. Very professional, business-like, presented well. Let's have a little look inside. Now, these ain't carpet tile samples, these are rolls or sheet carpet. We actually prefer, or I prefer, saying that they fit this type of flooring, but all of these types have got names. So let's go through them, shall we? Anthracite, indigo, blue, flint, Pacific blue, azure, Kingston grey, blue moon, astra blue, graphite, moonlight, arctic blue and steel grey on this side. Now, as we come into the middle of the book, we're getting a bit more extravagant on the colours. These are maybe more your typical that will get fitted in offices, schools, hotels, maybe reception areas, stuff like that. And these are a bit more out there. So we've got pebble, yellow, willow, acorn, orange, green, safari, red, emerald, claret, pale olive, aquamarine, heather, sherwood and onyx. Toning it down a little bit more over this side with the colours again. Slightly more two-tone over here, these colours, but I particularly like the names of these ones a bit more. Damson, gunmetal, that's a nice sounding name one. Blueberry, purple, opal, amethyst, violet, seal, cobalt, lavender, moorland, kingfisher, magenta, mulberry, and this here is just a little bit of a sample of the other side of what it looks like on the back. So when we're fitting it, we get a bit of an idea of what it looks like when we're fitting it on the back side of the carpet. And if you look here, there's a bit of an example of what this may look like fitted. As I said, sound like a school, maybe a little play area or something, and this looks like maybe a bit of a reception area. Very nice flooring. We fit a lot of Supacord in commercial properties. So let's have a little listen to how that sounds. Lastly but not least, we've got here the Earth collection, made from 50% recycled materials. All this flooring's 50% recycled and manufactured exclusively for Headlam by Lee Spinners. So let's open it up. Now these lot, in business over 100 years. 100 years of history in every fibre of our business. Originally set up in 1913. Cotton spinning, and they began making domestic carpets in 1967 to 1980, and then onwards to 2024 or 2025. This is obviously a year old, this book. Let's have a little look at the colours available, shall we? So we've got the same colours actually on here, on the left and in the middle, but they're just different designs. So this is a rib design, and the colours we're looking at are midnight, ocean, ash, sand, ruby, and anthracite. Midnight, ocean, ash, sand, ruby, and anthracite. Now over here, there's just a little bit of a sample of the matting you can get, earth matting. Steel, sapphire, koi, or anthracite there. Sweet mate, lovely. So let's have a little listen to the sounds of this particular floor.